64 degrees right now, and a great opportunity for our weekly expedition, if you will, into the mind of Matthew Archbold, creator of Creative Minority Report, and a good friend of ours, too. Well, at least I say that. I don't know if he claims that. But morning, Matthew.
Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good. I was just listening to the news, as I always do. And, the Columbia thing, the president of the school has resigned. And I think a lot of times we take that as, maybe something good is going to happen. Well, to be clear, what happened there is people stopped donating to the school. It had nothing to do with anything right or wrong. Because of the anti-Semitic protests, people stopped donating to the school, and therefore the president had to step down. This was no conscience-filled moment where they realized they had, gone the wrong way. This was purely money-driven, sadly. But it does show you the way of the world as it is today. You want to speak of the way of the world? This is my favorite story. I haven't written on it yet, so you're getting it before I even wrote on it.
Ooh. Well, talk slowly. I want to write it down.
The United Kingdom's National Health Service, the NHS, is now instructing all their X-ray technicians that they have to ask men if they're pregnant before they give them X-rays.
What?
Yep, that's really true.
Oh, my goodness. And a guy who looks like me, I mean, you might have some, but that's ridiculous.
So do you have like a checkbox, pregnant, beer gut, how do you do that?
I'm telling you now, if a medical official asked me that, I would get up and leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm figuring this person slept through medical school. Like, day one, they missed day one.
But now they're mandated to do that. That's a mandated question.
Right.
Gee,
how crazy is that?
Wow.
And how in the world? I mean, that again, the professions that are available to us as Christians continue to dwindle, right? Because they put things in the way that we really just can't participate in because it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's almost like that might be the point, huh? And speaking of the inability to tell men from women, this is insane as well. The Paralympics are now allowing a man to compete against women in track and field.
This
is
one
the
is
ultimate
just
virtue signal that these people already have a tough road to climb, and then to make ourselves feel better, we're going to want to show how virtuous we are by making their lives even harder.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that?
And Matthew, with all the evil around us, this one I just don't understand because I don't see how women's groups support this, even those that are insane, even those that are evil. I mean, at the end of the day, how in the world do they support this infringement upon the successes of women?
Because at the end of the day, it's not about women. It's about proximity to power, and that's what it's always been about. It's never has anything to do with what they're talking about. It's always making oneself adjacent to power and reaping the benefits of that. You look at someone like Richard Dawkins, the prominent, infamous, I would say, atheist.
Yeah.
He was just tossed off Facebook for saying scientifically what a male and what a female was.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, the left is going after him. He was the poster boy for the left.
Yeah.
What, a decade ago? I mean, the poster boy. And, this poor bloke thought he was ushering in a new era of scientism, but all he's really brought in, all he's ushered in, is a new era of bullying and power grabbing and ugliness. And I think after all this, we can just announce here and now, right on this show, right now, that the great American experiment in secularism has failed, and it's failed badly. We tried it, and it has just spiraled us into anarchy where we don't know anything anymore, and everything is just this Darwinian struggle for power, and it is so ugly. and my goodness, we need saving more than ever before.
Yeah, amen. And I'll tell you, these folks, they're not only unapologetic, but they double down on everything. They're prepared for the criticism. Critics be darned, and we're going to do this anyway, and it doesn't matter whether reason is trumping this or not. This is what we're doing, and this is the final word. Boom.
Yeah, and we're in an era right now where who said this? Doug Wilson. Have you seen him on YouTube?
No.
He's a Protestant pastor. He's a very interesting thinker, and he said politicians can't save us anymore, but I think it's important that we have politicians that are saved.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
and I heard that one. I was like, oh, I got to tell that one to the guys.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Now, Matthew, you're a great student of history, and I often say, look, it's next up. I mean, obviously the evil one has been active from the beginning. He has his plans, and he has his willing participants, his victims that are willing to bring forth his stuff. Have we ever seen an era like this? I keep saying, if you look back in history, you're going to find difficult times equal to ours. I have to say, I'm not sure anymore. Is this so unique in its difficulty that it's unmatched?
It really is an interesting time in that the structure of everything that was built is just degrading around us. You know, evil has been done in the past. This is an interesting time in that we call evil good and good evil. And that is so clear at this point. We literally are arresting people for praying in front of abortion clinics. So that's evil. And we're calling what's going on inside good. And we're calling this gender swapping good, even when it harms children. And if you say it harms children, you're shut out of Facebook. You're evil. You're misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. This is it's such an odd time, and but this is what we were told we'd be up against. From what I remember, the apostles who all went out, nothing good happened to them, except for John. He got the cushy job, but
yeah.
but everyone else, they went out into a very dangerous and violent world, and sadly, this is a very different kind of danger, but I think it might even be more extreme in that we don't even know what good is anymore. We can't even point out what a human life is. We can't point out what a man or woman is. We are just spiraling, and we all need Jesus right now.
Amen. All right, CreativeMinorityReport.com. Check it out. Matt Archbold, have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt.